This video shows you how to connect to your JanusGraph instance over HTTPS using cURL. You can connect to your JanusGraph instance using the Gremlin console, WebSockets, or HTTPS. The Gremlin console uses a persistent WebSocket connection and provides a command line interface for quickly running queries, which many people use to experiment with queries and analyze results. Or you can use a tool like cURL to connect over HTTPS, which requires reestablishing the connection to the server each time. All connections require either basic or token authentication. First, we'll take a look at basic authentication using cURL. This command posts a basic Gremlin query to the JanusGraph instance using a username and password. The URL and credentials come right from the JanusGraph service launch page in IBM Cloud. The JSON response shows the results. Next, we'll use token authentication. This command gets a token from the session endpoint. The URL also comes from the JanusGraph service launch page in IBM Cloud. The response is a token valid for 60 minutes, which you can use in subsequent commands. Now you can use that authorization token to post the same Gremlin query, which displays the same successful response. If you have the JQ command available, then you can set an environment variable using the export command. This creates a variable called JGToken, which you can substitute for the long token in subsequent commands. So now you're ready to create a graph. Compose for JanusGraph has a dedicated graph factory called Configured Graph Factory for creating, opening, and closing graphs, and you declare variables using the def keyword. This command posts a Gremlin query to create a graph called sample using the provided authorization token to the specified JanusGraph instance. Okay, so now you have a graph and you're ready to open the graph as shown in this command. Next, you can load a sample graph called Graph of the Gods. This command loads the Graph of the Gods factory into your sample graph. Now you're ready to explore the graph. To move around and query a graph, you need a traversal source, which is obtained by calling traversal on the graph object. It's pretty common to use graph for the graph and G for the traversal source. So if you need only the traversal source, you can compress the command, as you see here. So that's the basics of connecting to a graph using cURL. Find more videos in the JanusGraph Learning Center.